You're listening to the voice of IWA Flip here on Interfed Radio. Welcome to Swamp Talk. With me in studios, we have LSL Women's Division Commissioner Double R, Rob Ratliff. Welcome to the show, Rob.
Hello, folks, and thanks for having me.
Oh man, it's an honor, man. For anybody, just in case you don't know, this is the legend himself, Catfish Rob, aka Double R, Rob Ratliff. There in the LSL, using one of his wonderful aliases to commission the women's division there. And we were talking right before we hit record. I mean, definitely, a luxury to have a women's division, in a league. Obviously there are uh, designated women's leagues in the IWA. So if you want an all women's league, you can go there. But to be able to come to a league and still get a, get a subdivision within a league, for the women is awesome, man. So shout out to you guys
Yeah,
providing that entertainment value.
we've been lucky and blessed to have it.
Oh yeah, no, I think thanks to you guys have flourished it and have even joined forces with the AWL and kind of have like league to league, league versus league belt going on. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, it's safe to say.
Now, uh, who's our current Steel Interfed Women's Champion?
Our current Steel Unfed Women's Champion is on the AWL side, and it belongs a, oh shoot, I forgot her name off the bat, but anyways, one of Gerald Horton's ladies.
Oh,
Right.
nice, nice. Shout out to Gerald Horton, one of his AWL girls. You said has the belt right now.
Yes,
Nice, nice. Now does it go every other cycle? So next cycle, the LSL gets a shot for it.
yes. The next one that will be getting a shot will be the LSL.
And do we have our fighter who's competing
The
for the
next
LSL?
the next lady wrestler in the LSL that will be competing for the women's interfed world spill women's title will be Sugar Lips Rossi.
Nice. Shout out to Triple A's Sugar Lips Roxy. Finally, she's been crying, Commissioner. I'm gonna say it like it is. I know they like you and they're pretty fond of Double R, but even then they still cry a lot, brother. Can I say that? Is that safe? Are they gonna get mad at me?
Well, all you can do is tell the truth.
Oh man, yeah, but I mean they have like you said. I mean they have been consistent and she's been on the title pace. So yeah, I guess she has warranted that title shot. So kudos to them.
Yes, it is. She has earned this title shot. She earned it the old-fashioned way, the hard way. She had to go up against some other people to get it, and she earned it fair and square. And I am going to see that she does get this title shot.
Nice. Now,
Well,
uh,
it'll be up to her to win it.
oh yeah, no, yeah, you can definitely provide the opportunity and the you know and the path to the championship, but you can't help them win it. But now, Commissioner, speaking of champions and championships, before we get into the LSL's women's singles title, I want to talk a little of what's been going on behind the scenes and kind of like the development, because obviously, we're developing the women's division here in the LSL, and as any commissioner, you try and get the most going for your division, and I think that's the one thing that I enjoy about the LSL is that you guys have chosen and given each other responsibilities of different divisions. Earlier today, I had Commissioner Mad Dog Mikey, aka Gerald Horton, talking about the tag division. So again, there's a lot going on in the LSL, and you decided to retire a belt. You put it out there, cycle in, cycle out. I remember catching the reports and asking women to team up and challenge for the in league commissioner tag team titles, and we just didn't get enough response from these women, right?
That's right.
Now, you could have just put those belts away and said, "Hey, we're done with this," but no. The creative minds that you are and the creative people behind the LSL, you say, hey, you know what? These women, we have this great group of women here. Let's give them something more because we're like that. Even though we didn't have enough to develop a full-blown women's tag team division, you still decide to give them a something else to challenge for. And you said in the upcoming future, you're gonna inaugurate co-ed title, intergender, mixed gender title. Is that?
That's correct. We will be having in 2 cycles from now. Be quiet, Sadie. I know you're gonna get a title shot too.
I love it. Sassy in the house. Welcome to the show. Oh man, but yeah, no, I think the inner gender, the mixed, the co-ed, whatever you want to call it, uh, yeah, Sassy, it's definitely gonna get the right attention. I think the LSL is definitely built and ready for that kind of action. I think you're gonna get a great response for that title moving forward.
Already getting my response right now. But yes, we will be having a intergender tag team tournament 2 cycles from now. We would ask that any of you all that are interested in being in this tournament to contact either me, Double R, Rob Rapp, or Timothy Clark, and we will see that your team gets put in there. It'll be a team of 1 man and 1 woman.
Nice. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that action. Like I said, I know the self-proclaimed king of tag Pipsqueak is oh Sassy, they're gonna kick your butt. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's right,
Oh.
Sassy. That's the Queen Pipsqueak.
Oh, I love it. Now, Commissioner, I mean, truth be told, like I said, there is a great women's division here. Uh, we were talking in terms of the women's title. Obviously, we mentioned uh, the collaboration with the AWL that we have in place. That's on top of what's in league. I mean, because that's just something else that's there. We have that title. That's the cherry on top of the women's division. Is a shot at having a shot at having a title shot versus the Steel Interfed champion that comes and goes.
Yeah.
But in league, we have our own LSL women's champion, our own commissioner's title.
We have a women's world swamp champion.
A women's world swamp champion. Now, I think we were mentioning and we were mentioning these number one contender matches. Obviously, you're tracking consistency on the front page. You're making sure that the right women are listed in the top five, so that when we do have to have a number one's contender match, it's easy to pick the top three more consistent fighters and pit them against one another and get a I mean, you've gotten a great mix, brother. I think you were even mentioning just the mix of contestants you've had against your champion. It's always been, something fresh, and I
Uh,
think with the group that we have here, that's awesome to hear.
Yes, yes, it's always been a different challenger each time. I didn't plan it that way. That's just the way it has come out, you know. And it's been a good group.
Yeah, no, who's our current champion? Is it Roxy, or did she lose it already?
Rossi has not won it yet. Our current LSL Women's World Swamp Champion is Big Mama Red.
Oh, nice. Okay, so take me back a little bit, because
Okay,
how did Roxy manage to win a shot at the Steel Interfed? Was that a separate tournament for that?
yes, it was.
Aha, I like it.
We had a small mini tournament of three women that was uh, most consistent. That was on the title page at over three cycles. I said I'd be watching over three cycles and seeing the most consistent ones on the title page and put them in a head-to-head thing to see which one got it. And it was in a triple threat match that Sugar Lips Rossi won.
Nice. And see, that's another nice variable. I mean, because uh, like I said, you could definitely just have said, you know what, if you're the swamp champion, you get it. But no, you decide to throw in another variable and say, hey, the swamp champion is its own thing. That's going to be its own thing. The contestant for this is going to be selected in this fashion. That's awesome, brother. Yeah, I mean, it definitely,
It is.
definitely, yeah, it definitely adds another twist to the equation.
I think you know the way I have tried to run this is that whoever is the women's champion in LSL part, they will not be given a title shot at the women's world Interfed title shot. Only because I think we need different champions.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, they definitely have a good variation of people that go for the belt. Yeah.
I think that's fair. Uh, and then whoever has the title, if they lose it, they can have a shot at the women's world unfed title, but they'll have to earn it.
Nice. Now, Commissioner, while I have you on, just to go over the winter LSL 2020, I'm gonna shout out, and this is just based on strategy. I mean, strategy totals. Again, this is just how competitive this division is. Number one, women's in the women's division, we had Mean Michelle Ratliff with 499. We had Sugar Lips Roxy with a 497. We also had Pigeon Toe Ellie Mae also with a 497. We had Polly with a 496, and rounding on the top five of the women's based on strategy was amazing Angie Red. I mean, that's just phenomenal. I mean, Angie Red also had a 496 last cycle. So, I mean, just a strong group of women, very competitive. Every match is meaningful because, like I said, it is a tight group. I mean, shout out to I know we already mentioned Roxy. Shout out to I think your favorite you said was Chicken Legs Peg because you enjoy the dance offs so much.
I,
No? Oh
I,
man.
I
Oh.
won't go that far, but I do
Oh.
enjoy a little bit of it.
Oh. Yeah. Now, Commissioner. Now, look here. I mean, I know you back. The DoD to the fullest, and we saw this cycle that uh they no longer want to be buddies and pals with 10K, and
Oh,
I did see that. I did see that, Commissioner. That you know what? For you to turn your back on your buddies and your pals, the 10Ks, after all the love and heartwarming that they were offering you. I think they even offered you whiskey at one point. You know what? That those sneaky bums. I saw what they were doing, Commissioner. They were throwing their whiskey over their shoulders. Those guys weren't really it-
Let's just say that them guys is have been being so great right in front of us, but the whole time they're plotting behind their backs on
yeah.
DVD.
I think it was kind of funny that you called him on it before he could turn on you because you're gonna see what it caused.
Well,
Oh man.
you know, DOD not blindsided. Uh, they they saw what was coming down the road,
Oh
and
yeah.
they know the hit was coming, so they decided to just go ahead and if it's going to spark, that's okay. We'll throw the punch right with it.
Oh yeah. I think it's gonna make for some fun action. In the women's division, in the tag division, especially with this co-ed or intergender title coming up. I think it's gonna. I think it's gonna be fun to see where this leads. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it,
definitely a lot of fun coming for the DoD.
it's going to open things up a little bit.
Yeah, no, I think like I said, I think you're doing a great job. You know, shout out to all those managers that do have a female fighter and are participating in the women's division. Uh, here, I mean, like I said, I mean, I know we mentioned uh, Sassy a little bit, but nothing against the cheerleader, but I still think Vicious Victoria is the front runner amongst them.
Well, you and Tim Clark both think that Violet Victoria is probably the best of the DOD women, and I would have to say that Violet Victoria did earn it the old-fashioned way. She went out there and busted her butt and won that tournament to crown the first women's champion, and she did hold it for a whole year, which is hard to do for any title. She took on multiple challengers and come out the winner, which is a testament to her greatness. She, I'm not trying to push her any way whatsoever. She did it all on her own. She fought her heart out. She didn't have the best scores or for the worst, but she always seemed to come out ahead.
Oh yeah, I agree. I mean, nothing. I mean, cheerleader was phenomenal. I mean, Tessa had a great run, but yeah, violence seems to always shine when it's needed the most.
Yeah, Alec was probably the most successful in this past year for DOD in some ways. Other ways, I would have to give it to Tessa the Fox Red Code. She was the first one to bring the light championship to the LSL in both men and women.
Now, I mean, obviously, we have the Reds are awesome. Uh, but I mean, we have such a colorful cast. I mean, I know we've mentioned awesome Mina in the past. I mean, because any given day,
She
you can see awesome Mina on that front page. I mean, she's one that definitely is no stranger. So
No, she's even right here on the winner cycle. She's right here on the front page as the First blood champion.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, she's definitely one we can't overlook. I mean, obviously, I know Mean Michelle Ratliff is more of a tag specialist, but she's another one that any given Sunday can bring down a house.
Oh yes, she could. She could definitely, be right there. She could even be
Now,
the
now,
champion.
now, now, I'm already looking ahead and thinking of how dangerous a tag team uh, Mean Michelle and Leroy are going to be for that co-ed.
Well, I personally don't know who me and Michelle will be tagging up with. I've not been told yet, so I will not step in there. But I can tell you whoever she does pick to tag team with.
Why wouldn't she team up with her brother Leroy Ratliff?
Well, I don't know. We just have to wait and see.
Huh. I mean, this is going to be. That's almost like saying Big and Big Papa aren't going to team up and try and win that title because best believe Pipsqueak and Ellie Mae's gonna make a run, make a run for that one.
Yeah. Well, I kind of look for Big Mama and Big Papa to go in that tournament too. Uh, and also, right now, I can tell you that Tessa the Fox will be going in probably with Catfish John.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, he'll be either Catfish John or Ricky the Fox. Maybe somebody else. We don't know. We just have to wait and see. I'm trying to see who else will open up and come forward to be in this tournament before I put my guys in there myself. For
Nice, yeah. I think you're gonna get a nice buy-in. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing for all the talking that AAA does. If they don't say anything about something like this and an opportunity for like this, and I know 10K will definitely speak up. Um, I know you're gonna enjoy the new crew coming. There's a new bunch coming. We lost some wrestlers, but we're gaining a female, so that's always a plus.
yes, I'd love to have any women out there that love to join the LSL women's division or
And let's say it like it is. And those of you managers here, if you don't have a female fighter, make room and bring one. And like, come on.
yeah, I put in my report here a couple of times there. I've asked for the managers at the LSL to please include a women in their staple.
Right. It'll
Or bring one in, whatever, but at least have one woman for the women's division. And, I've not got that many yet, but I wish they would.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got a good cast to keep the action fresh, but it definitely always helps to have some new blood come in and stir the pot. But I mean, Commissioner, I mean, shout out to you. I mean, the LSL, like I said, the action here is jam packed. I mean, uh, I definitely enjoy the fact that you're, like you said, that you're keeping an eye on the front page. For those.
Yeah,
To be I mean, I think it's healthy. I think it's a good way to especially with the cast that we have. I think you've proven already that enough people are going to be given a shot to make the year interesting. I think just with the cycles that you've already had under your belt, knowing that it's not repeating or that you're not you know
give them the same one.
yeah, I mean, let's say it like it is. I mean, this is our board game, and just knowing that you're not, pushing your own fighters through, and just Vince McMahoning us and Montreal Screwjob, Montreal Screwjob,
It
you
is.
know.
It is. I'm glad you brought that up. I have four women in this division. I had Violet Victoria Red, Big Mama Red. I had Cheerleader Sassy Red and Tessa the Fox Red. Four good ladies. Uh,
Championed, what is it? Decorated women, all four of them decorated,
every one of them has won titles of some kind.
and national titles, not just regular regional titles. Like, yeah, I mean that's big, Rob. I mean, you undersell that. I mean,
And I, I know y'all probably think, or some men probably think I'm pushing them, but I am not pushing them. Uh, like Flip has stated, I am opening it up to. I try to have the different uh, winner of the contender shot each time. We have been lucky so far that it's been that way. And it's great ones. I tried not to have champions in number one contender shop. That way they don't have to take on the others. I want different people to try to go up for title shots. I try to open it up and give everyone a title contender shot sooner or later.
oh yeah, I think for all the crying that some of the managers do in the trash talk that they want a shot. I mean, you can give them a shot. You can't give them the belt. You can't give them the belt. Like, it's not the way it works, people. And not that you're still gonna have to fight, for it. So, you know,
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not an easy thing to win.
no, no, no. Oh man. But Commissioner, before we sign this one off, is there anything else you want to add on in terms of in terms of the women's division here in the LSL? Because, like I said, there's so much going on. Like I said, we had a show with Commissioner uh, Mad Dog Mikey about his tag division and all that action. And I think moving forward with the women's division, I think I can't wait to see that co-ed stuff play out.
Yeah, it's going to be a barn burner. I'm hoping that we can have several teams that will uh, enter this tournament. I would love to get a bunch of teams. So please, any of you managers in LSL, please enter this tournament. Pick a women, or if all you got is guys, ask some manager that has a woman if he would be interested in joining. I mean,
Yeah, and I think there's a couple of, I mean, not that you would have a shot at winning, but I think there's a couple jobbers. So maybe if we don't, to fill in some of the blank spots, we team up some people with some of those female jobbers. If you're
uh,
not going to participate, we're going to pull some teeth and put you tagging up with a vixen. Watch it out.
well, I, I'm kind of thinking of a set number. I'd like to try to have about 20 teams, but if I can't get that, I may, whatever I get, then I may, make a few teams up and put them in there. Who knows?
Okay, yeah.
Who knows? Somebody might win it, might not. We never know.
Nice. I like it. I like it, Commissioner. All righty, guys. You've been listening to Swamp Talk here with Commissioner Double R, Rob Ratliff, and myself, IWA Flip. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Roll on.